Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room this morning. Today we're taking a look at some Flare comics. Now, I have looked at a lot of different Flare comics in the past. Flare by Heroic Graphics. It's kind of one of those books that whenever I see one, I do pick it up. You don't see them that often, and they're just an obscure independent thing, and a lot of people don't even know about them. And so, yeah, it's just one of those oddball books that I always grab. It is probably a little more on the mature side. It says on the cover, comics are not just for kids anymore. So these were probably a little racier than some and a little more violent. But the character itself has bounced around to various other publishing companies, and I haven't been able to track all of them. I think, well, I shouldn't say that. I think it's always been published by Heroic Graphics, even into modern era, but it seems to change a lot. And just as reference, this is from 1991. This is probably some reprints and some compilations of some other stuff printed in color. I've noticed this. I found different Flare books that are the same content in different covers from different time periods as they've tried to update the stories or reprint them because they were so obscure they had to bring them up in different places. Icicle is a side or a spin-off character that I've seen quite a bit appear here, and I think she has her own book or got her own book at some point. I'm not wildly familiar with all of the goings-on in the Flare universe, but I enjoy the books whenever I see them, so I do grab them. You're usually going to see a unique art style, a unique take on comics, period. It's like I said, it's going to be edgier. It's going to be rougher. Dear Diary, that's how your Flare pages go. Yeah, it's just going to be a little more on the edgy side. What do we got here? We got a Stickman. An interesting tonal shift with the book. I think she's reading the story to kids, is what's happening. And what is going on there? Pulling a wand out of her bra. Wraps the story up. The end. That's another thing I noticed. A lot of these, like, this is a big book. This is like quite a few pages. They really pack it full. And it's not ads. It's all short stories or different eras where they told stories or regards to the character, different crossovers as well. So kind of one of those characters I don't really know what to make of. I have seen her. I'm trying to think where I originally found these. I don't remember where I originally came across Flare comics. I don't recall. Flare Enraged, As You've Never Seen Her Before by Malone and Beecham. These are colored. There is a lot of Flare that is black and white. And yeah, I'm not wild about this style of art. It looks too DC Vertigo to me. And I don't care for DC Vertigo stuff. So that's one of those I'm not wild about. That is a big page there. But it almost looks like a smaller panel that they just blew up to fit that because it doesn't look extraordinarily detailed like you would expect a big page to be. This woman in the green, I am pretty sure is Lady Arcane. Turnabout. Yeah, I'm getting all sorts of like Sandman vibes off of that look. And I never cared for that art style, so it is what it is. Not my thing. I've seen much better Flare art than this. But it does bounce around, so. The Blonde Bombshell. Yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of different series for this book, so I don't know the order. Like anytime I see one, I just grab it. And I don't always know if I have it in a different cover or a reprint or what. If I see it, I grab it. It's kind of what you got to do when it comes to some of these books that you don't know that much about. This is also not my favorite Flare outfit. This one kind of looks like Mockingbirds crossed with Dazzlers. I do know Flare has a different outfit that's orange and white, or yellow and orange. I actually prefer that one a lot because I prefer that color combination. Looks great. Here we got a black one. This is Dennis Maloney, 1992, an annual collection of her earliest adventures. So this is an example of what I was talking about. It's just it's collected stuff. This was released earlier in a different publication form, probably in one of those anthology type books, and I don't know, just needed to reprint it, so I grabbed it. But this is what I said when I was like, sometimes I get a book that looks different, but it's actually got a lot of the same stuff in it. It's reprints, resold, repackaged. And sometimes that's how you got to do it. She-Bat. I've seen that character. It's black and white, but some of the art I really appreciate. We're looking for a date. I'll bet you this is reprinted in 91, so I'll bet you most of this stuff was probably 80s. It has that kind of 80s independent vibe to it, and I'm guessing, as with most independent stuff, probably spawned around 86 to 87. That is the bulk of when everything came out. She might be before that. I'm just speculating because I've only got the issues that I have, and I don't know what came before that. Like, you know, how far back do these go? And I haven't actually looked it up, which probably should. But part of the mystery and of the origins of the character and of the comic is what makes me enjoy hunting them down. So I'm just like, you know what? There's one. I'll take it. That's part of what interests me about it is, am I going to get a fresh one? Am I going to get a reprint one? I don't know sometimes. It's also kind of weird because sometimes they are pretty mainstream and like I could see this being on a comic book shelf at a store, and some of them are really not mainstream at all, and I wonder, you know, this was not something they could probably sell in most stores. So the maturity level of the book fluctuates quite a bit. But that is all I got. I don't have a ton to say about these except that I do enjoy tracking them down. They're just one of those, you know what, that's a weird book. I'm going to grab it. And that's what I do. So that's Flare. I've done a few videos on it before, and I have many more Flare comics. And I came across these, and I was like, I'll just shoot these. I don't know if I've even looked at these before. Maybe I have. It's hard to tell. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.